This challenge, we're going to look at these F strings. So, what we're going to do is make a little bit of fun here and look at how many weeks do you have left to live. Okay? So, to kind of demonstrate what we're looking at is let's go ahead and play a little demonstration. How many weeks do I have left? So, of course, from birth until old age, if we used a number like 90 years old, we would understand that that's about 52 weeks a year multiplied by 90 years equals 4,680 weeks to live. So this challenge is to find out how many weeks do we have left to live. So if we're looking at that, how are we going to write this up? Our goal is to write a formatted string where we input our age, and what we get out of that is how many weeks we have left in a string. Okay. So let's start with a variable. We'll call it age. Makes sense to use that. Input how, oops, gotta make it a string. How, how old are you? That little space there. Close that up. Okay. So, of course, what we're going to do is we're going to write in how old we are. We are then going to make a there's a little math here. So we're going to take let's see how many weeks left will equal will equal 52 weeks 52 weeks time. Oh my gosh. Okay, 52 weeks times 90 minus 52 weeks times, can we just do age? It's highlighted, so that's the right variable. What do we think? Take a moment, try to solve this challenge, and see what you come up with. Remember, the final solution that we're going to have is a formatted string. What we're going to have is a print statement come back to the terminal that is a formatted string, okay? Saying how many weeks we have left to live, okay? I got you started here. There's some work that needs to be done just with what I have now, and then you got to do your formatted string. So pause the video and give it a try. See what you can come up with. All right, so we got this far so far. What's our issue with age? Our issue with the variable age is it's a string, right? So inputs bring back strings. So we need to go ahead and int, make it an integer, right? Remember to put this other one here to close that up. Okay, so now we have two integers multiplied, an integer here and the integer of our input, whatever we put down. We subtract that, and that will be how many weeks we have left. Okay, that's going to be saved in how many weeks left. I already gave you the order of operation because I already put these parentheses here, right? So we should be good here. We want this done, we want this done, and then we want the subtraction, right? So from this point, we should be looking pretty good. All right. So how do we do this? We want to print, right? What do we start with? Formatted string. You have, what do we have? Do we put it here? Is this what we do? No. You have how many, um, I use a rather large name for this variable. You can change that to something less. Of course, the convention is that it's descriptive of what it's actually doing. So we can look at that variable and we know what we have inside of it. Okay. Left to live. Thirsty, my friends. Write down in the comments where that quote comes from, if you know it. Okay. And that is string, format string. How old am I? Well, I'm 44 years old. I have 2,392 weeks left to live. Got to change that. Weeks left to live. Okay. Let's try it again. How old am I? 44. I got 2,392 weeks left to live. Stay thirsty, my friends. Let's see. It's kind of creepy, but I use one of my kids' age. Uh, so let's see. My daughter. She has 4,160 weeks left to live. Okay. Did you come up with this? I gave you a really good head start. So hopefully we see how we can use numbers in this challenge, how we can change data types in this challenge, how we have order of operation in this challenge, which I gave that to you, but it should be obvious, and how we can use formatted strings to give us an output through a print statement. Okay? So, how'd you do? Please like and subscribe. I say this every time. Share the video if you'd like to, if you found it helpful. And we're going to move on to the next section here in Python coding. All right. Well, stay thirsty, my friends.